To take off running with that nigga. He left it. He gave it to you too. I wonder if this nigga gonna play something good. For semi, yeah.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. 20. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. First quarter touchdown run. Remember this coming on the heels of his NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance that was so great last week.
Did you feel the rumble all the way up here?
The big bodies up front.
Big bodies moving people, and him, of course, charging through those great holes that were created.
So off to a great start here. Maybe looking for award number 2, adding to the award that he won last week in the NFC. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. On first down, Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. There he goes inside the 30. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
10-9.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Jameis to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now Winston. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Lutz's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
They find some open field here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Well, that seems a little devil-may-care there, doesn't it? They gave up 3 points, but how about them coming right back and putting themselves in a position to get points of their own?
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. From From the gun, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Go.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Escape, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jeremiah Tauchu in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands, and an early advantage in that one for the Giants. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them
That's
give
why
you
I'm
points
about
to
to
get an
stop. I
extra
don't put
point.
the ball deep
In this
like that.
case, a field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
You want to taste nothing? You know it's 5 yards, right?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jameis on second down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On third down, Winston. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Noah Spence in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
No, never heard too.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
On second down, here's Wentz. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And oh, he coughed it up.
Oh, my Lord.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Throwing is Wentz. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Wentz will try again on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to work. And a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
46 down, man. 5-4. 6-5-7.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now wins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. A big play for the Bucs there on 3rd down. 47 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again to Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And some room to maneuver. He's got room to run past the 20. Rashad Perriman off to the races. Touchdown, New Orleans. Rashad Perriman, 94 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point.
I won $1 billion, so I ain't gonna live. I ain't living in the States. I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere nice.
For the final moments of this 2nd
I'll holler at y'all. Come visit y'all niggas. You feel me?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
Yeah, you could do that, but
it's like
right? A whole lot. It's a whole lot of different shit that go into that.
But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half.
Like this nigga, that anonymous shit, Q, it's not what you think, bro. It's a lot of shit that go into that shit.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Wentz to throw on second down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Wentz now 8 of 11 in this first half.
Niggas
He's
gonna
got it
be
first
pissed,
and 10.
boy.
Now Wentz. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown, as his guys are in for 6. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. To return it is Corey Grant. Accelerating, and off he goes. 30, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Corey Grant, as the first half is winding down, and the Saints have moved down in front.
What is it?
Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Marcus Williams. So it's halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
Yeah, I'm not getting enough.
Go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last
one. That's a fact,
on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
You can talk, you can talk. I would not give a fuck.
1st and 10. Here's Wentz.
Huh? Nah, I ain't make the playoff last year. I lost the.
Incomplete.
I lost the busy last year. The last game of the season.
Dish out punishment, but here he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
It don't, bro. That's a fact. Nah, I ain't downplaying. That's facts, huh?
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin.
No, I play every game to win,
down,
son. But if I don't make it, it's not gonna hurt me. It's not gonna.
He's up to 87
oh Lord,
yards
I didn't make the
receiving
play.
now, and it's a first down. Wentz now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Running your defense. Hey, Q, don't do that, son.
Wentz gonna throw.
Hey, don't do that, Q. Q, don't do that, yeah.
Pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd
and ask Q who he got the 4-6 defense from.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly.
Okay.
How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation there. The defense won the battle.
No, you wasn't. That nigga stop.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
The toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now
we got the little nigga Eli Apple just in time for them receivers over that ball.
And you know all week long
we still trying to get this nigga
number down.
We still trying to get this nigga Pat Peter.
I got this, but he is in a major league rut right now.
Eli Apple not bad, son. He's not bad either, son. He's not bad. He's an upgrade from what we had.
Fights forward for only about a
yard. And he's only 23. We gave up a 4th round pick for him.
With his coach prior to the game, he's definitely one of the better linebackers reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Yeah.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to get this
was a number 10 pick 2 years ago.
A nice pick up there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And him and the Giants had big friction. He playing with like 9 niggas he played with him.
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing
often
alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Stank. What you watching, Pooh? You hungry? No. You alright? No, you're not alright?
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do to get it.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Jeremiah Tauchu in there to get him. And that's sack number 18 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Working from the gun. Wentz over the middle, and it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it's third down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. On third and long, it's Wentz. The man has got it. It's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
74, 74. That's it. 82, 82.
Now Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Go. Waiting. Great. Black, come on. Great 15.
Again, it's Wentz. Airing this one out for Evans. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Great. 81.
And the blitz does come. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. A big play for the Bucs there on 3rd down. 44 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Throwing now is Wentz. A dump underneath to Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. The Redskins have scored yet again. They've really opened that one up. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
Send me Tyreek Hill.
As they head to the field now,
Send
with
me
the
for
game
Tyreek Hill. Let me
this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Gotta go get Tyreek Hill, man.
Comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bima Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go long. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Let's go now.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. This down to about the 30-31-yard line.
Boy, stop with all that whining,
man.
Not
a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
550. Even.
They run. It's Kamara. And some room to run now. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 56 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Wentz. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Again, this is Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Winston here to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Here we go. Here we go.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. So out come the Bucs now. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
46 down, man. 5-4.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let it. They've got his man complete. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 42 yards. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
31, 23. That nigga hit me with this. That nigga hit me with the straight on offense. Niggas is running wide over, huh? Yeah, I'm up. That nigga offense with the receivers, the plays that he doing, he running all the PA crosses and PA shots and all that shit. That shit working. It's working with the receivers that he got. Them niggas running open everywhere, boy.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ohio! Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Ohio!
Back to throw. Being chased out left. And a catch right side by Evans. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Seen that shit, bro?
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They're looking to throw this. Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On the ground, this is Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.